Ya empezar. Welcome to another episode of Shade of Brown podcast. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
If you're watching this or listening in the morning, because they drop in
It's posted in the morning.
6 a.m. They're dropped in at 6 a.m.
There you go.
Every time.
Cool.
Every time. But before we get into it, I'm sure you guys noticed because it's all in one angle. But we got the man, the myth, the legend, Doz, aka Black and Gold, the man behind it all.
Black and Gold. One of many. But yeah.
Yes,
man.
sir. Man of many talents.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem. But yeah, man, Black and Gold is a whole thing. So definitely got love. I'm just excited right now, man, with the art.
Yeah.
There's so much art coming out, and it's just dope.
Hell
So
yeah.
That's what's dope.
We appreciate
bro.
for you to join us. That's really nice.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You're doing it big for the AV, bro.
Man, I'm just doing my little piece, man. If everybody do their little piece, we'd be doing some dope big shit. Real soon. So that's
nice.
it. That's the journey.
I like it.
Nice. I like that.
Anyway,
Nice. Humble man.
You want to do the plugins real quick?
Yes, sir.
I shall.
I shall.
So for those of you who are currently watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell notifying you when the next episode is dropping. And also check us out on our other listening platforms on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And also check us out on our social platforms under TikTok, Instagram, and also Threads. Look us up under Shade of Brown Pod.
Yes, sir.
It's getting better every time.
It's getting better. It's getting better.
That was
Yeah.
smooth.
Feels
Even
good.
though like adding the extra platforms that,
I like it. I
we've
like it.
added.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. He's been practicing at home, looking in the mirror, huh?
Right. Yeah. Out the
Ask my
shower.
wife. I'm like, babe, how does this sound?
Yeah.
Say good morning.
Cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before we get into anything, we got a certain hurricane coming through.
Man,
Is that for real? I looked. You know when
Hurricane Hillary.
They call that bitch Hillary.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. Today, all right. So today I was working, and dude, it was busy, like super
people
busy.
scared.
And yeah, people were buying out the water.
Agua.
They were buying out the water, and then I keep hearing it. Oh man, we better buy out this water because of this hurricane.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and like in my head, I'm like, I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
And
out
you know-
I
here,
don't think
you
so.
know?
Not here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna hit like what Baja California.
I say San Diego got more to worry about, like coastline.
Gotcha.
because
you know.
and they're lower. You know, like they're
That's true.
Right.
So
but
is LA though.
yeah, it's also those fires too. So you think of all that moisture, the water. You know what I mean. So I think that the concern is, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready, because who knows? You know what I mean.
We do get floods out here, right?
Absolutely.
Right,
And I mean,
yeah.
also the bigger piece is like, you get power outages and you get all these other different things, and like the earth move out here too. So don't think that moisture ain't gonna loosen up some things. Be ready.
Oh, dang.
Be cautious.
Safe. Be
Yeah,
cautious.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was bugging out though because
You're
I
right.
usually I was like expecting 100 degrees, like the typical, and then I saw a hurricane on the.
What you mean,
Yeah,
hurricane?
man.
Like, wait, what?
And it's the whitest hurricane we've ever had, bro. Say Hurricane Hillary?
Category 4.
Yeah,
four.
you know what I mean? And that's crazy, bro.
What does that mean?
It's,
I don't know.
it-
the
it-
strength of the
Is it not
hurricane.
the biggest? Isn't
It's
that the
like
biggest?
over 100 miles an hour
Yeah.
in the epicenter. I
Yep.
think it's based off the
Yep.
speed of how it's churning,
Wow.
I believe.
So you say like 100?
It's like 100.
It is.
Like
Wow.
130 at a category 4.
Yeah.
Like category 2's like 80 mile an hour, 90 mile an hour.
Yep.
And I think like every 10 to 20 miles or something, they
Jeez,
raise
what?
the categories.
So this is pretty big. Well, a hurricane, because before that it's called a tropical storm. So a hurricane classification is like pretty big.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you take that big. I think it's when it's a category 2, I think it's technically like technically just turned from a tropical storm, because I don't think there's a
Category 1.
I don't think there's a category 1.
That's just a storm.
I think it's just
just
like,
rainstorm.
tropical moisture. You know? So
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm acting like I'm the weatherman because I really don't know.
Yeah, man.
I was like, shit, I'm really informed right now.
I'm being informed right now.
Don't listen to me.
Follow us for more weather.
Updates.
Well, what's up with the name Hillary? What'd you guys feel about that?
Bro,
That's the subliminals, man.
Hey, there was a hurricane. What was it, like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Named after me.
Was it?
Remember, it was a Hurricane Isaias.
Yeah, I
Really?
remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Well, not named after me, but it had the same.
Yeah.
it
They
had
chose
the
you.
same name.
They look for you. That's
It was
Feel like
I
that
remember
guy
that.
from
That
Shade of
guy.
Brown. Let's name him.
So how did the names come? Like, how did they come up with the names?
Who names them?
Yeah, is it random?
Yeah, I don't think it's random, bro. Because what was the last one?
I don't remember. Irma? Was it?
I feel like there was an Irma or Ruth.
Somebody just sees the big cloud. That's Hillary. Right
Hillary, yeah.
I don't know. It looks like a Amanda to
someone
me.
looks at the clouds like, I see Hillary's face.
Reminds
It's giving
me
me
of
Hillary.
Hillary.
It's
Yeah.
giving
Oh,
me Hillary vibes.
Hillary.
Are we in agreement, guys? Yeah. All right. Hurricane Hillary's about to hit.
Probably like name it after one of their exes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking Hillary.
Somebody look that up because I need to know the answer to this.
Yeah. I saw a meme like it showed Hillary Clinton's
Oh,
head
actual Hillary.
spinning.
I-
Like
Oh
it
my
was going
God.
like.
Oh, that means
Oh,
it's not going to do anything.
That's what they did when it was
right?
That's what they did when it was
funny.
Hurricane Harvey. They had Steve Harvey's head.
Oh, that's a good
Oh
one.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Harvey, I forgot about. There's been a lot of crazy ones though. But you know what? Living in the West Coast, I didn't think we had hurricanes like that. Yeah.
Mostly in
No.
the East Coast, Florida.
Yeah, I think the last one we had was in the 50s
Oh damn.
or something like that.
Oh, we're due for it then.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a rare thing going on right now.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know,
Not too long ago, I heard like tornadoes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
global warming. It's
I'm telling
not real.
It's real.
I don't know, man.
Let's get in.
Alternative facts.
It's getting crazy, man.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe when this episode drops, we'll see.
We'll
We're still
see.
alive.
We're still here.
We'll see if it gets to drop.
Dude, for real.
Definitely
Oh,
see
yeah,
what
but
Hillary did.
If it gets to drop, because I got a notification. Spectrum was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
prepare for
expect an
outages."
outage.
Oh shit.
No, that's a given at this point. I
Yeah.
think we have to realize like there's already just too many humans doing too much.
Yeah.
And so anytime there's any strain on the system, just bank that it's gonna go out.
Right.
Gotcha.
But then I think we also got to start preparing for that, you know,
That earthquake.
not being so expectant of it to turn back on right away. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, okay,
everybody
okay.
always, power outage. Okay, you know,
Give it an hour.
give it maybe 10 hours.
Yeah, we
Worst
good.
tops.
Yeah.
We haven't had like 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah.
Nah,
And
nah,
people,
nah.
you know, remember the tissue shit. So like,
Yeah.
you know, I think definitely getting people mentally ready for that to like, hey, go outside.
Go
It's
outside
okay.
for a change,
It'll
man.
be fine.
Touch some grass, bro. Touch some grass.
You
Stuck,
know.
we're stuck inside a lot. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Anywho.
All right, so let's get into it though, bro.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Doz,
Huh.
you made Black and Gold,
You know,
or is it team, or what?
it's
what
a
is
team.
it?
I gotta shout out my partner Danny.
Danny.
Shout out to Danny.
the
It's just
queen,
two of you?
man. It's just me and her. We're the original people putting in the work,
Let's go.
spending
Nice.
the hours, early mornings, conversations with the community, with other business owners and folks, just trying to get a pulse on what's needed. You know what I mean?
Right,
Out in the community. So
Nice.
much confusion, so much, politics, egos, all that. But like at the end of the day, the community misses out on just being informed.
Right.
Knowing the options, knowing where the resources are, knowing where the businesses are. So we set out with that initial use case of like, hey, let's give the people something that they can use and that makes it easy for us to keep track, because it's hard to promote other people's events or businesses and you don't know. You don't have
right.
You're hoping for a Facebook post or something. You know what I mean? It's like, no, we need like something that is the go-to, and Black and Gold was born. And it came out of the spirit of the Yellow Pages, right? And the Yellow Pages,
Okay, okay.
I like
It was
that.
a gold book.
I
right?
like that.
It's like what would Black and Latino people call their Yellow Pages? It was Black and Gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's our people. So
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
That's dope. It's the new age Yellow Pages.
that's
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah, the future of the Yellow Pages.
Yeah.
Go.
And the other piece, of it being a free resource is also independent journalism. Like the news, like
Right,
the interest of the community, making sure that it's conveyed.
Yeah.
Shout out AV Press and all those other outlets.
Yeah.
they can't cater to everybody's story or narrative,
True.
right?
No,
And
it's
so
true.
what's
Right.
important is we take control of our narrative, right? And make sure that the stories that are relevant to us, or the politics that's relevant to us, or town council meetings that are important to us, put it into place to where the people can start to be informed,
Nice.
learn to be informed and actually
Nice.
hear voices in the community.
Right.
Yeah, Black and Gold is, we're just in the beginning. We're in the infant stages. Like we don't even got a diaper on. We really
Bro,
just
it's
came
just
out
the
the
beginning,
womb,
bro.
You know what I mean?
It's just the beginning, bro.
It takes patience. I think if you're a business owner, you got to know, you know what I mean, that you got to be in it for 4-5 years, knowing you ain't gonna make no money.
Right.
True.
So I
I've
hope
heard that.
I hope you're not doing it for the money. You're gonna be
I've
taking
heard
some
that.
losses. So
Yeah,
be ready
I've
for the
heard that.
losses.
Of course.
You
Once you invest, you're already on the red, right? That's
right,
what you're saying.
right, and then just understanding the overhead and understanding balancing this system, because the system wants us to be consumers. So they find all the different things to make us spend our money on. Especially as a business owner in California, like you're gonna pay to try to do business.
It's designed to keep you broke.
Oh
you
yeah,
know, like
oh yeah, and misinformed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They do a good job of it.
Man, it's so profitable when you think of even housing. You know what I mean?
True.
Like I grew up in the track and learned pretty quickly. Like with housing, the game is you think you're supposed to buy the house and then own the house and it's your house, right?
That's the dream.
That's the dream, right? But what's not taught to us while we're in school is the idea that, like, okay, you're gonna buy that house, but do you got 300,000? You got three? You don't got? Okay, but I'm gonna loan it to you. So what I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna loan it to you at, let's say, 5%, 4%
Not
interest. Not bad, right? Because you didn't have 300,000, right? And for the first 10 years, you're gonna pay most of that interest, not even to the principal.
Jeez.
You're paying the bank.
Right, exactly.
Right?
No, yeah.
And then so ultimately the first 10 years, you got families and people moving into a house trying to make it their dream, but the economy and everything else, and the system fluctuates to where
It's different, yeah.
within 10 years, most families can't stay in the house. So they got to give up the house, right? And then next thing you know, you got 3 generations of different families, or 4 different generations of different families moving into a home,
Just chilling.
putting money on it, paying interest to it, never touching the principal. So the people who really own the home is the bank, and the people are just the slaves that pay for the house.
Right.
Doe's coming through with information,
I
bro.
mean, it's
Here we
crazy.
go.
No.
Being informed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
I agree with that. Like getting informed early, like in high school. There's a lot of stuff that they should be taught in high school that they don't. Like I think one of the most important things is like raising a family.
absolutely, bro.
Like, that shit is
how
long
do you
gone.
do that? Right.
never comes with the manual.
No,
Exactly.
no. But that's some bullshit. Because what you mean it don't come with a manual, bro? There's some basic foundational things.
Oh, of course.
But we depend on it from our cultures, right?
Right,
And that's what makes us survive. But also being here, we got to recognize, colonization and gentrification, all these things influence our culture too. Right. So where our culture was once pure, it starts to take on some of the cancerous effects of innovation. And we don't realize that our people ain't even meant for it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna use a terrible example.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean? I'm late a lot.
Okay.
I'm always on time, but I'm late a lot, right? and I was watching something where they were doing genetic testing, genealogy, right? And there's a tribe in Africa where they don't believe in time.
Wait,
So
what?
everybody, not in the concept like we think of time. Like you got to
Okay.
be there at 12 o'clock. Like that's not a concept,
Right.
It's like, no, get the water and get it here so we can drink
Before the sun goes out.
before we die. That's the timeline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so knowing that we are our ancestors, I think there's certain programming in our DNA that's thousands of years old versus a few hundred years old that still cuts through. So it's like, yo, Mons, why are you late? Hey, that's my ancestors. You know what I mean? Pulling me through and telling me where to be in time and space.
Okay.
Because where you think I need to be in time and space isn't where the stars need me to be.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
feel that.
Now, my
Yeah.
boss don't take that shit.
no way, bro. No.
You know what I mean? He said 8 a.m. Yes, sir. I'll be there. It might be 8:02, but once again, I'm coming with donuts or something. Right?
Make up for it. You make up for it.
Right.
Yeah.
You like sprinkles, right?
You know what I mean? Come on, man. I just like that over there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, so let's dive deep into like more black and gold stuff. So besides like is it more of a local thing, or what's your plans on like expansion?
That's a crazy question. Yeah, man. So the dream of it is scalable, right? But the use case is the AV. If we can't bring value to the AV,
of course,
then we don't really need to worry about other areas. But we do have a network of folks in, I think we've got 5 U.S. cities, from here all the way to Michigan, down south to Georgia, that are ready for it. Gotcha. And we're like, yes, but also let us make sure it works over here.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Let us prove that it works over here.
Right. Yeah.
That way we can evaluate it the right way. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's where it's like we're so in its infancy, and we welcome others to build and create solutions.
Of course.
We're not in it for it's all about us. We just trying to do something that can't nobody stop us from doing.
Hey, that's what's up.
So, but definitely scalable. I would look at Michigan being one of the places we definitely touch down next.
Cool.
We've got some interest out there, but once again, just getting the team as well. You know what I mean? It's more than just 1 or 2 people. Especially when you're looking at citizen journalism or independent news. It's like, okay, we need writers from everywhere, and we need strong writers. So that means we can't maybe focus on this one area because we don't have a bevy of amazing writers, or do we? If we do, please reach out. But
reach out,
you
man.
know what I mean? Like we want people to be able to put out stories, the facts, you know what I mean? We could do some opinions, some light opinion stuff, but like for the most part, if there's events or if there's things that are happening, like we need to hear it and know about it so that we know how to make the right decision, especially going into an election year.
Big important.
And
is it really next year?
Yeah. It's gonna be crazy because Hillary,
she coming back?
She make her rounds, bro. She make her rounds with that precipitation. So.
So is there really you guys really believe like there's a lot of like problems that other outlets are feeding into our like small community? Or
I mean, it's natural. Like understand where we at, in the trenches of life. Like using the tools of the beast doesn't mean that the beast isn't working.
maybe that's the plan, or sure, I could buy that.
Okay. Yeah. I think there's always America is built on that, right? You've got to have free speech. You've got to empower the people to inform and stay informed. If there's competitors, yes, but then when it gets to the place of like misinformation, like you got this AV scanners thing, or you got certain things that are actually just vehicles for toxicity, vehicles to divide us so that they can conquer us. It's much easier, right? To sow discord and show the worst of the worst while moving the worst of the worst. So that lets you know who actually has the influence on creating this narrative of divisiveness or of.
Is that something else to blame? Just the people that want to consume that type of media? Like, we could blame other outlets of like, all right, you guys are fed this misinformation, but there's a lot of people that are willing to take it.
Absolutely.
Right.
People stupid as shit.
You
know what I mean? Like the most powerful weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed.
Of course.
Right? And so if we're dealing with people who are victims of their environment, victims of a lot of different things, right? Like we have to have empathy and understand that some people just don't know, and that's fine. But they don't know there's an alternative either. So it's not about us just talking about this zeitgeist and like how terrible it is. It's like, no, let's create new alternatives and let them see that, it's more than just that party and BS.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, like a lot of people like to go with those type of medias because it's really like, it's a lot of research and they do it for you technically, right? They look at all of these facts they give you, and people don't want to take that extra step to learn, to read an article or two. They just want to, all right, sit on Fox News. Okay, I'll listen to CNN.
People lazy as shit.
Yeah, that's what it is.
We're in an age of the laziest, most
Yeah.
informed, misinformed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Age
The
of
attention span
disinformation.
is smaller
Oh, the
now.
quality of like cognitive thought.
Yeah.
It's like, and I mean, think about it's designed that way. Like
Yeah.
the amount of consumption that's created in a crony capitalist society, it's inevitable what it'll be created for the people to consume, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
Garbage. Basura. Basura
I get it. Okay.
is cheap. Cheap to make, and it keeps the robots roboting.
And it's also entertaining, right? A lot of people,
Entertaining the shit.
Shit, come on. Now.
Entertaining shit. We all buy into it.
Oh yeah, it gets the clicks.
Always have.
It
right?
gets the clicks.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah,
can you imagine a time where there was no technology? What was the equivalent of that?
Like, what do you mean? Like, as far as the outlets reaching out, like newspapers?
Yeah.
Yellow pages, like you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Right.
Actually driving and you see it.
Right.
The advertising.
Right.
Billboards.
Right.
Letters and stuff. Sure.
Yeah.
Newsletters.
And I think the culture shifted when we went away from going out, driving, seeing something, seeing somebody, and going out. And that's why it's just so powerful. One, that you can get a city that's open to like wanting to get people together. You know what I mean? Or you get people in the community wanting to come together.
Right.
We just got to continue to elevate the narrative and the conversation too, beyond just the superficial. Because a lot of it sometimes is just for the image, right?
No, yeah.
It's not for the work. So we don't mind that your people are still being poisoned or they still need healing, and we don't know how to heal them.
Yeah.
But hey, come over here for this photo op though. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I like what you said there, bringing people together. I see that a lot of your events and the ones that you participate, you do have a lot of people coming in and, you know, mingling and getting to know each other.
You guys got a lot of events popping.
Yeah.
I see you guys posting. I'm like, another one?
Yeah.
After a week, I'm like,
Damn.
another one? All right.
So it's a network.
Right.
Yeah.
Black and Gold is a network. So we don't have to do all the events. We can just help power other events.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
we can add the app element, right? Or we can add this element, you know, and just try to help elevate people's brands or what they're doing. So it makes it easier for us because we don't have to do all of the work.
Right.
It should never be on all of us, especially as you're building a community. You want the community to get involved. So just help them elevate. You know?
Right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the philosophy.
I
at
dig
least.
that. I dig that.
Okay. So what are some future goals for Black and Gold? Like, what do you want to do?
Man.
What do you guys want to do?
World domination.
You
Man,
and
he said
Danny.
world domination.
What's the goal? What's the goal?
Man, I think Danny wants to help at least 100 women, entrepreneurs, artists, business folk, nonprofit,
Hell yeah.
like elevate what they're doing, and single mothers as well. You know, like
Okay.
I think she's strong in that space, and I'm behind that.
Yeah.
I think if we can accomplish that, that'd be good for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
truth be told,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and we're not a nonprofit, you know what I mean? But it's just, there's definitely levels to, you know, the potential opportunities that we can open up for this community. I got kids, so they're part of this community. As they grow up, I want to make sure that there's opportunities and options for them, because if they don't have those opportunities, then, you know, we'll be like any other big city that builds up big and then implodes and then has horrible poverty and ignorance being born, you know, bred and all that. So
Because we are growing. Like this town is getting bigger
it's a
and
half,
bigger.
it's a 500,000 people out here. People
That's a
sleep
gang.
on the AV. Like the AV is damn near Long Beach, or you know what I mean,
I get it.
Oakland. I mean, maybe not population density, but like we've
got the space.
We got the space, and to me, it's a microcosm of the whole U.S. You know what I mean? Like we got a real conservative leaning.
We do.
You know,
it's a
government.
It's a red area for sure.
Absolutely, but at the same time, we have a very liberal population.
We do because we're in California.
Yeah,
so it's natural. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, but also young and people who kind of at this point, a lot of them are jaded on politics.
True.
So it just keeps the status quo right where they like it.
Right. It's like 50-50, nothing crazy.
You know what I
feel
mean?
that, okay.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
you know, this population out here, I mean, it's 2023. You know, I moved out here in 95, right?
Okay.
95. You know, I left, went to school, came back in like 06, and like the growth in this time, it reminds me of San Fernando Valley. I'm like,
True.
this
No,
valley is gonna be San Fernando Valley
100.
in 50 years.
No, because a lot,
You know what I mean?
a lot of
Like,
us migrated from there too.
that part. That's the crazy part, right?
I came from there.
You know what I mean? And so how you know, and the coastlines aren't always going to be the coastlines
No,
like they
definitely not.
are. So you got to look in LA County, where else is there hundreds and hundreds of open acres?
Right here.
There is nowhere else.
Yeah, yeah. It's true. It's true.
You know what I mean?
In LA
Open-
County? No, I can't think of any.
A lot of open land over here.
And we're right above the San Andreas Fault, which is crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but like,
exactly.
we're in a very unique area. High winds is the reason we got all this aeronautical engineering and
Yeah,
open
you see it?
skies. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a very unique space, and it leads me to believe that the indigenous people who were here before the settlers came treated this area as almost damn near sacred. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, no, yeah.
certain areas with Vasquez rocks and like certain places,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they treat it differently than we treat now, right? But like they also were nomadic people. So whether they're going over to Tehachapi, you know what I mean, during the summers, you know
Yeah.
what I mean, or coming
Yeah.
down, you know, in the acres, you know, during the winter, you know what I mean, just to survive.
Yeah.
This land is ancient,
No, it really
and
is.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
If you look in a lot of the, you know, a lot of the old records, you don't realize that like there was actually like the first postmaster of the Antelope Valley was a black man.
What?
And he started the first school out here.
Oh.
Crazy shit.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, look into it. And you know, just the same, you know what I mean, the indigenous people, I would, you know, do a land, you know, a blessing, you know what I mean, to those people, because this is their land, this is our land.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
You know what I mean?
sir.
Those
Yeah.
indigenous people who are here. And it's still sacred land, you know what I mean? But we're
Yeah.
in a place where toxicity kind of controls the mindset of how we should be working on the land. And I think it's going to change. I think it's going to change because we're going to hit the hearts of the people, and also show viable solutions that aren't being tried, that don't cost $500 billion, right?
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like
Because we
this,
do have that right here, like the Edwards Airfield, and then we have like all these engine
absolutely.
stuff. Yeah,
The AV Fairgrounds just got, you know, a huge grant to expand the AV Fairgrounds.
really.
Absolutely.
It's already big.
Nice.
Huge, yeah, but it's meant to be for like FEMA disaster relief, or
Okay.
like, you know, when
Okay.
there's things happening, they, hey, come up this here, we got
Yeah.
all this area. But it's like all that
monthly,
money to
okay.
do that, that's cool. But there's also a whole lot of homeless people.
Hey, you know what? I
Yeah.
have been noticing
Yeah.
a little spike on that. Honestly,
Yeah.
Not as crazy as downtown LA and shit. But dude, you see them? You see
It's
them?
getting there, bro.
Yeah.
Just check
Yeah.
underneath the bridges
Yeah, because it's hot as hell over here.
off the 14, bro.
Yeah.
There's a whole
And those
city, bro.
tunnels under the streets.
There's a city brewing under our city, and we don't even get it. It's
Yeah.
like Gotham City.
There's
type
That's
shit.
true.
yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, 100.
You know?
Wasn't like supposedly back then like LA was trying to clean up their streets from homeless people, and they kind of sent some
Oh,
of them over
that
here.
is currently happening.
That's what's
Yeah,
happening
right?
right now.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
literally that's what's happening. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, damn, it's nice out here.
and it's crazy, bro. And they're still building houses, and they still got empty houses, and it's the whole idea of capitalism that got us trapped in this cycle of stupid shit.
Yeah.
That we allow old wealthy, you know, white people to get away with because they, you know, they got the permits or they got whatever the deal is to do the shits.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And at the same time, it's like this isn't working for anybody except for the people who are making millions of dollars.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Why are we allowing this to happen?
Yeah.
Right.
This don't make sense. You know what I mean? But if we stay docile, if we stay listening to the bullshit, we don't have to voice our opinions and actually make sense to the people that make sense, which are the people. You know what I mean? Once the people can hear and start to understand and have real conversation and put a lot of that BS aside,
Yeah.
the commonalities of us come together way more. It's like,
yeah.
we all got families. Yeah, I got a sister. Like, we got people going through traumatic experiences. Yeah, we got people who don't have families. I mean, this is a huge foster population out here. So there's a lot of people who actually came from very dysfunct situations who just live out here. And now they're grown ass people. So you just in the store and you think, hey, this person should be absolutely right, you know? But no, they 5150 because they done seen some shit or they
I've
doing
met a
some
lot of
crazy
people like that.
and you don't even get it. You don't even
yeah.
get it. You're just thinking like, yeah, you're like me, but like no, like there's once again there's an underside of the shit that's happening out here, and it's only because we're not addressing the problems or the people causing the problems intentionally or unintentionally.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, everybody can play the fool. You know what I mean? Karens can call the manager.
Right.
You know what I mean? But sometimes they need to be checked and say, yo, that wasn't appropriate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not the way. That's not the solution. So, you know, I could talk about that all day because it's. But once again, when I say like the AV is a microcosm of the whole planet, especially the U.S., it really is. All the problems that if we can address here in a particular use case, it can spread to other areas and people can start to see solutions.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like industrial hemp, right? People don't think about hemp. People don't think about hemp. They just, oh, let's smoke it. Oh, Snoop Dogg, you know, Martha Stewart. But like, no, industrial hemp is a domestic, you know, product that we could export, but that we could also use self-sustainably here in the AV.
Like use it.
Absolutely. And so you know, you understand like the cannabis plant, right? The tree of life. Like that it's like a dog, right? A dog is a whole classification, but there's different dogs. Yeah. So industrial hemp is the male non-flowering variety, right? And then marijuana, right? The racist shit, you know, but cannabis, you know, sativa and indica, that's the female flowering plant, right? Okay. The male stock you can't get high off of.
You can?
No, you cannot. And actually, if you grow it outdoors, it'll cross-pollinate with any actual female and make it like terrible.
Really?
Over time, yeah. So if you're trying to get rid of illegal outdoor grows, just grow industrial hemp, right? Because it'll cross-pollinate and destroy the quality of that natural hemp. But
gotcha.
More importantly, 25,000 uses. Hemp is $1 trillion industry in paper alone.
Damn.
In paper alone.
I can see that.
But instead of getting paper and using paper, you know, out of hemp, we chose to kick indigenous people off their land and cut down their trees for paper. Or
for actual paper.
Or for neighborhoods. Right? And it doesn't make sense because trees take hundreds, if not thousands of years to grow.
Yeah.
And industrial hemp, you can grow 3 crops in a year. It grows that fast that you could harvest 3 times a year. So it literally makes no sense, right? But it makes dollars for people who have ulterior motives and who always have. So it's like just finding solutions that we can test here in the AV. Honestly, I believe we can be a use case for the rest of the world. Even homelessness, addressing homelessness, you know, out in, man, you know, tell me when to stop, bro. But
you're good.
You know what I mean?
No, like, on, bro.
So there's he was an Iranian architect who moved to Hesperia in the 70s. His name was Nader Khalili. He died in like 2007 or something like that, right? Cool. But Nader Khalili, he traveled all around the world studying indigenous ancient architecture, right? NASA hired him to figure out how would we house people on Mars. Because first of all,
really?
Yes. Yeah, because they're like, look, we can't fly a bunch of trees or metal or steel because the cost and the fuel is crazy.
Way, yeah.
So how could we build there?
Yeah.
And he was like, ancient indigenous people already provided the blueprint. You use earth. You don't use wood, you use earth. And so he's got a whole technique. There's an institute called the California, it's called Cal it's called Cal Earth. It's called Cal Earth.
Okay, cool.
And it's in Hesperia. And his children continue to run it. They do a workshop, but they can teach you. And people from all around the world have gone there to learn how to build emergency shelters. Because 10 people can build one shelter about the size of this room in one day, right? Using earth and this building technique. That's bulletproof, that's mold-proof, that's tornado-proof because of the design. It's past San Bernardino, like
you said
seismic.
Earth? Made out of earth?
Made out of earth.
Dirt and shit.
People say dirt, but earth is the more respectful terminology that he used.
Respect
no, it's all
the planet, man.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But the earth, you use earth. So just look into it. It's crazy. But that's a solution that's right in our same desert. Right? And there's no coincidence that he did that in the 70s.
Have a gang of dirt. I mean, earth.
Yeah, right. He had a gang of earth, right? And truth be told, he built his institute and there was nothing over there. But if you go there now, he's got like maybe 5 acres and then you see these domes. They look like little Jedi huts, right?
Our grandma's house was made of that earth.
Right? Yeah.
Really? Yeah, to this day, it still stands.
Still stands, bro. Still stands.
Still stands.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, like, it's so, how do I say, like, during, like, the coldest days,
warm.
cozy.
Hot days?
Hot days,
Cool.
fresh.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because ancient people already had the solution.
They already figured it out. They already figured it out.
How else would you
Yeah.
survive?
So why the fuck don't we have dirt homes here?
Because white people.
Earth homes, bro.
No, I want wood. I want the nice tile, the nice.
Yeah, it's all
Image.
Yeah.
Perception. It's
Yeah.
perception.
Yep.
We've been sold on this American dream
We gotta
that
make
we
it
need
look
this
nice.
bullshit. And then we out here stressing, anxiety. Let me just drink, right?
And no, this is ancient
To
too.
know it's, I mean, it's ancient. You know,
fermented apples.
you know what I mean. It's just true story.
Hey, I'm just, you know.
It's true story. But there was a place for it, right? After battle, bro, we just knocked some heads off and brought back, 10 cattle. So yeah, let's
Yeah, for sure.
you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think we do exaggerate everything, even like opium and stuff like that.
oh man,
Yeah,
crazy.
that's crazy now too. Out here, we see a lot of heroin addiction, a lot of drug
It's
addiction.
even more now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When once it wasn't like too bad, or
A lot of that shit is intentional, man.
Mm.
A lot of it's intentional, and I mean they start with a lot of the over the counter, not even over the counter, but like you got your Vicodins or you got your Narcos and all these other different things,
Xannies and stuff.
and they get people hooked on these unnatural states of being. When, and part of the reason I was late is I had to see my street shaman. You know what I mean? My shaman, you know what I mean? He understands me. He understands the herbals that I need to keep me balanced. And it keeps me balanced. I ain't never had to take no Ritalin, and I understand how privileged I am because there's some people who have to, because
Yeah, dude.
whether it's generational or environmental
Oh,
content,
yeah.
whatever the case is that have them in that state. But there's a herb for every ailment. You know what I mean? Like that's
believe
that indigenous old grannies, like they already knew this. They were the doctors.
The remedies.
It's like, what are you eating?
Yep.
No, it's
Start
true.
there, because this is alchemy.
It's true.
Also, like in Hispanic, history, we got our own homegrown, traditional, back in the day remedies.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
Especially our grandma, like, oh, you feel this way? Okay, take this.
Yep.
She brings out like this crazy looking plant.
You were like, ooh.
Yeah.
She's like, bite
Yeah.
the root.
Yeah, exactly.
And some of it is actually based on like medicine today, but maybe I would agree that sometimes is exaggerated, like depression pills. Like maybe you shouldn't take that, or opioids like that. I mean,
Yeah.
your back doesn't hurt that much.
Yeah, but how you gonna take a depression pill when you ain't had no sunlight?
Yeah, don't work out.
You don't work out.
You don't
You
see
know what
your
I mean?
family.
You're indoors a lot.
You listening techno music. You know what I mean?
What's wrong with techno?
I mean, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Whatever it is, whatever the frequencies that's not working for you, you need to stop all that
I
and
agree
maybe
with that.
try
I
something
agree with
different.
that.
There you go. Change your routine.
But
basically.
it all roots back to what we said earlier. It's just the laziness. People don't want to
Yes,
find out problems.
Everybody wants convenience. Like everybody wants.
It's the convenience that kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We going deep, shades of brown.
Yeah, bro. I'm being informed right
Yeah.
now, bro.
I'm being informatized. I think
I like all this informatization. going.
informatization.
It's pretty cool.
knowledge.
Knowledge.
So okay, with this whole black and gold. So like, what's the future events coming up? Anything
Yeah.
coming up?
Well, shoot, man. Next Saturday, we'll be doing a concert series over at the Cedar. So that's the local space for the community to come and express art. I'll be up there with Quanjay.
Lancaster Boulevard, right?
Lancaster Boulevard.
Right.
Yeah, so Lancaster Boulevard is going to be popping next Saturday.
Yeah.
And then the after party after me, Quanjay perform, there's going to be an after party over at the Moa rooftop. With, they're doing vibes on the boulevard with Top Shelf Financial and Trevino Law Firm. So
Yeah.
black and brown again, man. Just love it.
Nice. Like, we come together. Things
Yeah.
pop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We make
yeah.
Things
it happen.
happen.
Every time, bro.
Yeah.
Every time, which is why there's a lot of extra friction sometimes thrown in there for us. Like they want us to beef so bad. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
definitely.
it's even some of us who want us to beef so bad. It's
For
crazy.
whatever reason.
Our own people sometimes.
Own people sometimes, bro.
yeah.
It's like, what you mean? I grew up with like
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We grew up in the hood.
I mean, there's a lot of similarities. if you
Yeah,
really
like
look at it.
I had nothing but neighbors that are like black and brown, you
Right.
know, like, and I'll see the similarities, the morals, the discipline, how
Absolutely.
they discipline their kids, or
Right.
the kind of food they
I see
eat.
it all the time because, again, at my job,
Right.
You see, like both families coming in, right? So you see their kids acting up. The mom's always like, "I'm gonna smack you,"
Right, right.
And then you see the Hispanic one like, "Te voy a pegar."
Vas a ver en la casa.
Check
Vas a-
Same
you know?
exact thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's the same thing.
100.
But then other family, you settle down there, like,
Right.
bro,
Yeah.
no. You
Growing up,
gotta.
yeah, we had it different.
You know, I hate to keep going deep, man, but like
Keep going.
when it's like we're one people, it really is.
It is, yeah.
But we're one people that were many tribes, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
when that Trail of Tears shit popped off,
The tr-
you know what I mean? It's
Yeah, yeah.
deep shit. Like when the Trail of Tears popped up, there's a gap between the reporting of the Trail of Tears,
It was-
right,
yeah.
and what was actually happening on the
Right.
Trail of Tears,
Right.
and the story of the Trail of Tears, right? And so they got us convinced that like everybody on the Trail of Tears was like Pocahontas and her people, and it's like no, there was many tribes
Right.
on those Trail of Tears. You know what I mean? And they looked vastly different than what you would assume
Right. From each other.
the native people of this land looked. But
Yeah.
like it was a nation of people here before Columbus.
Right.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and we were different colors and everything,
Yeah.
different hair textures, cuts. You know what I mean? Your
Yeah.
Edgars, like they was in full force, bro. Ready, ready.
Yeah, they're
You know what I mean? With the Blackfoots right next to them. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, you know, so it's crazy because I think that's part of the control. It's like if you can separate a people by dark and light, right? By money and no money.
Yeah.
Like it makes it so much easier to control
100.
progress.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and so it's
It
like
is.
I want to push forward every time I can. You know what I mean? You know, your brown berets or whomever. Like I just love to see us come together for our people together.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's not to exclude anybody because we know the truth is, ancient indigenous people were the origins of all people. You know what I mean? Even those that came out of the Caucasus Mountains, after that cold ass winter century. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
had a different, look on life. And it's like, but we all have a choice on how we show up, whether we conform, whether we, you know what I mean? Conform, bro.
No. I get that. Sure. We definitely got molded throughout the years. I agree with that.
Yeah. The influence, different influences.
We were, yeah, for sure.
Gentrified.
Ginger, I guess.
It's still happening, bro. I got Disney Plus. You know what I mean? Like,
It's a
I
good
do.
deal.
It's a
No more
really good
movie
deal.
rental places,
Hey, man, it happens.
You know
Talking
what I
about
mean?
driving and actually going out there and seeing.
Blockbuster, bro. Remember?
That's another.
Nah, I
that's-
say, hey,
I'm telling you, man,
Blockbuster.
that's why
What?
people.
No,
Bro, if you look at
those
my-
late fees,
in,
man.
in my wallet,
With
I still
that
have a
ass.
Blockbuster
Why?
card.
Bro,
Why?
I got a couple
yeah.
Blockbuster VHSs still.
you don't,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
turn them back. Keep them.
Isn't there like one left?
There's one,
There is one left, bro.
like a blockbuster.
Yeah.
Who the fuck
It's
goes
like
there?
like a lot of people.
And there's
Is it a
one,
museum?
it's like it's damn near a museum. at
Okay,
this
that'd be
point.
Pretty
sick.
much.
I like that.
And there's one Toys R Us left too.
Oh, damn.
I heard they're coming back though.
They coming back.
They got
They're coming back.
investors.
Are they?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
No one fucks with toys or DVDs like that, bro. That's all gone, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The future is going to move into a digital space, bro. I even think like theme parks is on their last leg. That's
VRs
crazy.
Wow.
You know what?
can be like VRs.
The
little-
cost, all of
Yeah.
that, they're gonna be like, look, as soon as these Apple glasses or these shits,
Bro, that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
As soon as they $200,
They're gonna make a chair to go along with it.
bro.
Yeah.
The suit, no, when you put on the
Yeah.
boots and the
Yeah.
handles, and you in,
You're done.
They want to keep you
It's a wrap,
inside.
bro. Yeah,
They already got the whole system going.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I mean?
saw somebody
Yeah.
in VR playing the PlayStation 2. Like you can't.
Yes, and We gonna be. Have you seen that movie Ready Player One?
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say
We're
Wally.
gonna be the Wally too, bro.
That was actually-
Wally's more accurate, actually, bro.
yeah.
But we're gonna be the old asses
yeah.
Yeah,
who was
the
like,
old heads.
I remember when there was none of this shit, and everybody's like,
It's true.
shut up, Gramps.
Shit up. This is what's in now.
No, yeah, we're gonna be the last ones. You don't remember cartoons, kids?
Yeah.
They're not gonna know what a fucking
Yeah,
cartoon is.
bro.
YouTubers and all that
Yeah.
shit. So yeah,
You watch your stuff on TV?
Yeah,
Nah, put these on.
Yeah,
imagine.
right? Like,
Hey, but
Shit.
real talk though, like
Yeah.
I know that's why people back then they would live longer
Right.
than a lot of people nowadays. You know, like because now we're just lazier. You know, like we're
man, lazy, sensitive.
we're eating more processed
Sensitive.
food.
processed. We're
Processed.
literally more genetically modified than
Lazy,
any of our
sensitive,
ancestors.
processed.
More smog in the
ever.
air, radiation in the
All
air,
that.
everything.
So
I get it. Yeah,
I mean, at this point, the X-Men shit is not far away. I'm hoping because I need Captain Planet. I need somebody to come.
He's the hero.
Like, we just need to handle this bullshit, please. Like, Earth,
win. Yeah.
I'm ready.
yeah, for real.
By your powers combined.
Yeah, you yeah. We're old over here.
Man,
We know,
old
we-
asses, bro.
we know.
Look, the youngsters like
Yeah,
Captain Planet.
yeah.
I remember
What are
he was
talking about?
green
Nah,
of
just
Is that
kidding.
like
he
Cheetah
had
Girls?
That, he had that circle right?
Earth,
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
Earth.
Earth,
Yeah.
and then he would hang out with a bunch of kids. Whoa,
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
See,
We
okay.
need to work on his outfit, bro. We gotta work on his outfit.
Damn.
His Speedos wasn't cutting it.
Yeah. But I think we reached the mark. We're gonna take a little break.
Yeah.
But before we take a break, we talk about, as always, our sponsor over at W Energy. Go to GG
Yes, sir.
.gg, right?
Yeah, Dodgy.
I'm a horrible. Yeah. But go to w.gg. Whatever you want to buy. Energy supplements,
Dope.
some stickers, clothes, the cups, the mixture cups, all that stuff. You use code Shade of Brown and get yourself a 10% off on your
Yes,
whole
sir.
order. And
Energy.
yeah.
Energy.
And all and natural. It's natural.
Yeah, it's dope.
Fruit extract, caffeine,
Jitterless?
Oh, I love it.
no jitterness.
Oh,
Yeah,
even
no-
better. It's
no-
not a Red Bull. Don't give me.
No.
Give me
no.
wings and shit.
No, bro.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So
I actually drank some on the way over here.
Oh, you did?
Okay.
Yeah, because dude, when I got I
You just got out of work.
I texted you guys, right?
Yeah.
They were dude, it was busy, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I was so tired, dude. I was yawning and everything. I was like, man, I hope I bring like some type of energy, I guess.
yeah.
And then I drank some. I'm good.
Back to
I'm
work,
good.
huh?
Chilling.
That's why that
Sure.
Tahine almost erupted.
Yeah. I take it every time before I go to the gym.
Dope.
Right.
I don't feel the crash.
Yep.
It's smooth
Yeah.
energy. But I wouldn't be promoting something that I didn't try myself and I didn't like.
Exactly.
So highly recommend it. W Energy. Some of you have been buying. Thank you. I can't thank you enough.
Appreciate you guys.
For
It's probably
those-
Doz here. He probably bought some.
Just one.
But yeah, keep help yourself out with the discount code, and then it's like killing two birds with one stone.
You'll be helping
You're
us
helping yourself out and helping us at the
There you
same
go.
time.
Dope, dope.
So we'll be right back. Enjoy the beat. We'll be right back. Shoo!
You.
And we are back from the break. Oh shoot, my bad. Okay, yeah, we're back. I was gonna do the sound effects, but I'm not connected right now.
Oh, you're not?
Yeah.
Oh.
But the reason why I'm not connected, but we're gonna talk about some music right now.
We sure are.
So my boy over here got some songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you do? What you do music wise?
Man, so I'm a live loop artist.
What is that?
Right. So
Elaborate.
So I just make loud noises. Like, but
What?
I'll loop it.
You
So
record
I'll-
it, hit that pedal,
Yeah.
add more to it.
Oh,
Right.
Yep.
And
Gotcha.
so I'll make a beat, whether I beatbox, whether I sample. I'll make a beat live and build it up and then perform on top of it.
I think that's hard talent.
I've
right there.
tried
It's
that
crazy.
before. I've tried that
Yeah.
before.
It's fun.
It's fun.
So
it is.
fun,
I've
bro.
seen people do it with like a guitar.
Oh, yeah.
and then they start
Okay.
beatboxing.
A
and then
launch
they
pad?
add more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Launchpad. You could
I used to have
You
one.
could do it with I think Ableton.
Yeah.
I use all hardware.
Yeah.
I've never gotten into Ableton, but I know Ableton. You can like
I have it,
freak
yeah.
it, bro.
Yeah.
You can
Wait,
freak
you
it
don't
out
use
crazy.
any like what is it called interface or like what's it called the audio interface?
Yeah. So when I need to connect, I got a mixer for like podcasting
Cool,
type
cool.
deal. But like I use hardware, so I got an RC505, which is
damn.
it's a 5-track looper.
Right.
And
Oh,
yeah,
you're talking analog.
That's what I'm
Analog,
saying, yeah.
baby. I mean,
man.
it's digital analog, but yeah.
No, that's
yeah.
still amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun stuff though, man. But yeah, being able to loop, you know, is something that I just love to do. I'm a father of 4, bro. I got a 9 to 5, but my 5 to 9, outside of the creative work that I do, I like to express myself. So,
Of course.
the live looping provides a space for me. But in that, I've never been a recording artist. I've always like performed live, open mics, you know what I mean? House of Blues, did some random things. But now I'm recording. And so I've got like my second album. This is kind of a new album. I've had names in the past that were just, the Illuminous Bruce or the Illuminous Mr. Dozier,
Cool.
Mr. Dozier, but now it's just DOZ, right? Mr. DOZ.
Dope.
And yeah, this project's called Sweet Dozier. And it's
Sweet
like
Dozier.
my first kind of concept album
Right.
that's coming from the heart.
Cool.
Kind of like a love letter to my children. You know what I mean? Like, cause
beautiful.
you don't know if you got tomorrow, bro. So like,
Damn,
I
shit.
want to put some work that I know if I left this earth, they could take it and find some value in it in some kind of way. So
Beautiful.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Damn.
I
was at Riddles.
Yeah. Oh man. Riddles the
Riddles?
guy. What up, Riddles?
Shout out to Riddles.
We had him
Man,
here.
fire
Bro,
studio.
what a character. That dude. That dude.
I was
funny,
over at his
Immensely
studio.
talented, man.
Oh yeah, that
man.
too. Of course.
I was over at his studio maybe a couple weeks ago. I think maybe like a month ago. Should say like that.
It's more than a couple weeks.
I know. Yeah.
This-
I just say a month ago. But I was over there. I was over at his studio, and we chatted it up, and then we ended up making a beat.
Dope.
Random.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. That's the right
And
place.
then he said something. Oh yeah, I had a dude come in, super humble guy. He was like all timid in the back, like just tell me when to record and I'll go in. He was talking about you, bro.
Yeah.
And then
man.
he played the song.
Okay.
He played. It was like an AI generated video.
Yeah.
Yeah. You barely dropped. You dropped it maybe.
I dropped it on Juneteenth. It's called June Breeze.
Yes.
And so it's kind of like a preview, but it's a visual.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing a short film.
Yeah.
And
Right,
so
right.
it's one piece in this short film, but it's the music
Yeah.
video for June Breeze.
He played me that
Oh,
track, and I was like, "Dude, this is hard." It's like, "This is the same guy you were just telling me that he was all timid, and like,
Yeah.
just tell me to record." He's like, "Bro, there was a guy like that," and I was like, as soon as he got on the mic, totally different guy. He was like, just spitting like that. I was like, "No way!"
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Yeah.
And I've got homies out here who got studios in their garage and everything, but being over at Fire Studios was just super dope. Being handled by Riddles, to be able to walk into a space and let somebody handle that part, because I'm not an engineer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a creative. So
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
but when I have to do both, I do both half-ass. So when I can get in and somebody can handle the technical and I can just be creative, that's when that's when we can
okay.
both shine. So
No, it won't.
Riddles.
He's the guy, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But that
definitely.
track,
He's
And
the one.
Osiris put me on game to Riddles. He connected me with him. So Osiris, local producer,
Hey.
phenomenal, cat that's got an amazing catalog and good work ahead.
Wow,
So it's just the beginning of that relationship with Riddles. The goal was to do the whole album there. Some things happen. Shout out Riddles. Prayers and everything, healing. But I had to go record this whole album. So I recorded this whole album in like 2 days over at my guy Mars studio down in LA, which from 1500. And he's just amazing dude. Brother Mike Manchester out of there engineered the project. And like, man, when I say it just came together, like what we started with Riddles and how it ended with, it was just beautiful, man. So I got this whole project with some dope producers. Like you'll hear about them in the future.
hell yeah.
Wow.
'Cause we
Exciting.
we music heads over here.
Yeah, we are.
Shader Brown.
We make some production here and
He
there.
makes beats. I make
Yeah.
music.
Dope.
He plays some instruments.
Let's
so
go.
we here. We
Yeah.
like minded. we dig it. And I see that you got a little something.
Man, yeah. So
First shade of brown, first time in the shade of brown, a little exclusive, a little something.
Exclusive.
that part, that's the way. So yeah, this is from Sweet Doja. This is the second to last track called Transparent.
Transparent.
You got a stack of tracks right there. I see.
Yeah. Lucky number 7. So produced by Ilian Roswell. Ilian Roswell, one of the illest producers I've ever heard, period. But cat out of the VA, mixed by Mr. Manchester. So
Oh wow.
here we go, Transparent.
Cool.
Let's hear it, brother. First time, shade of brown. I got you right.
Let's keep it transparent. Life's a dance, love the melody. Chasing greatness, that's our legacy. Through the highs and lows, we won't fall. We reaching for the stars, we want them all. On this journey of life, we rise and fall, facing struggles. We our ancestors stand tall. From the past to present, the quest prevails. Seeking equality where that justice sails. Affirmative actions, we demand a chance to break free from chains. To advance, love for our roots, a culture we embrace. Excel against odds, we'll win the race. Excellence my aim, I'm reaching for the stars. Overcoming obstacles, breaking down the bars. Affirmative actions, fighting for our rights, equal opportunities, no more sleepless nights. The path to equality, it's a winding road, but we walk together, breaking down the mold. Black and brown power, we rise and shine, no longer confined. It's our time to climb. From the past to present, we fighting for change, building bridges, erasing boundaries, protecting like strange. Affirmative action, breaking glass ceilings. Our dreams know no bounds, we're catching feelings. Love is the driving force, compassion in our hearts. Spreading light, unity, till hatred departs. Life's a dance, loves the melody. Chasing greatness, that's our legacy. Through the highs and lows, we won't fall. We reaching for the stars, we want them all. A path to justice, we walk with pride. Empowered by love, we'll never divide. Through storms we weather, we won't bow down. With hope as our anchor, we'll earn our crown. Voting rights secured, our voices rise. Empowered by change, no more disguise. Equality's vision, no longer blurred. Together we'll soar, our dreams unfurl. Love for my people, it fuels my fire. Through adversity and struggle, we rise higher. I'm breaking change, rewriting the narrative. Black and brown excellence, it's imperative. Voting rights, a battleground we face. Protecting our voice, standing strong in this space. No more suppression, our power reclaimed. With unity and resilience, we'll forever change. Love for our ancestors, their fight not in vain. We honor their struggles, we carry their name. In this journey to freedom, we won't be deterred. Hand in hand with shadow barriers, no more dreams deferred. What dreams may come tonight? The light is shining bright. We've been through things. What would you? The world's hard take. I wanna be fighting for minds and me. Fighting for minds and me. I wanna be. Black and brown excellence, the epitome of grace. Breaking stereotypes, leaving a lasting trace. In the pursuit of greatness, we elevate. Building bridges, inspiring the next generation's fate. Love for our culture, it flows through our veins. Embracing our roots, we break free from chains. The journey continues, our path undefined. But with love, unity, excellence, we shine, 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 transparently.
Excellence at its finest with finesse. I stress that success is not measured by the flex of material.
All right. I can't give y'all the whole damn thing.
Okay.
I was like, damn, going into a third verse?
Damn.
What the fuck is going on?
Bro, I got reeled in.
Oh, come on, man. That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Hey, thank you for that.
bro.
Whoa.
Damn, success is not measured by the flow. I was like, I wanted to hear the rest of
he
it.
said, I need
It's all
the
good.
formula. Give me the formula, Ilian.
It's all good. It's all good.
Ilian Roswell was on that last verse. And
Gotcha.
He cleans it up, man. I got
Wow.
my brother Dika, the orator, doing spoken word on the project.
Damn.
Quan J. We've got a couple
the
tracks
mic a little
too.
bit.
Oh yeah, we got a couple tracks too. So
Cool.
just all in all, man, just a really dope experience being able to go down to the spaceship recording, in Van Nuys, my brother, my guy Mars and Mike Manchester. We was able to put something together like pretty quick, actually.
Wow.
Like
When inspiration hits, it hits.
bro, it hit.
Yeah.
Pretty good. That was
Pretty
good.
So different. I know it's a different type of project.
That-
you
no,
know
that
what I
was
mean?
good.
Like I said, you ain't gonna hear it in the club probably,
No,
but
hip-hop,
this
you
is something
know.
that I could just sit down to and just chill.
Yeah,
listening
or
to,
like
you
in the
know.
cookout or something,
Yeah,
with the
you know, like,
family.
Yeah,
Carne asada.
chopping it up with the
Uh,
boys.
man,
Man, you hear that playing in the
the
background.
chords.
that part, bro. Yeah, and yeah,
The chords were like
yeah, you heard all that.
beautiful.
I want to make music that I ain't gotta stress. If my granny's around or my mama's around, or my kids are around and they're learning the songs. Like one of the coldest pieces, man, that June Breeze track. My daughter had been hearing it. And she's 4, and I'm driving, bro, or we as a family's driving, and she just starts saying, oh, June Breeze,
Yeah.
his seats. I said, baby, are you singing my song? She said, can you put it on? And I was like blown away, bro. That was the very
Wow.
first time
That's
I've had
beautiful.
a child like learn my music and then request it. And then like when we drive, like they request it and they're like singing it. So I'm like, okay, something's
beautiful.
right there, right? Like
No, yeah,
they're
yeah.
getting the melodies and like and they're little,
Yeah, because kids are kind of like they tell the truth.
Yes.
So if they like it, they for sure like it.
They're
Absolutely,
sponges, man. They
man.
walking sponges.
course.
Yeah,
man. It's beautiful.
So that inspired me to like definitely go hard with probably the next series of projects. So that project, Sweet Doja, is the soundtrack and kind of the inspiration for a short film I'm doing.
Cool.
Right.
Called Dawning. Dawning like dawn, but dawning, and it's about a dream, about dreams deferred becoming real.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And so
Alright.
so it's different. I don't know if you ever seen like Waking Life or you've seen, What Dreams May Come, or if you're aware of like Plato's allegory of the cave, but like
Yeah.
there's some levels to the concept of this story. And the music of Sweet Doja plays the soundtrack to it.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I'm teamed up with AJR Films, my brother Angel Rosa, my brother Marcus M. Houston, my brother Mark Joy Media, who is doing all of the AI work and video work and like all the pieces that are going to make this short film really something that people want to have a little piece of. So
Yeah.
and then we're gonna be turning into an NFT and all those other things. You know what I mean? To
All
like,
that new stuff.
all that new stuff. You know what I mean? But like generational wealth type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
To
yeah,
where
yeah.
it's
Cool,
like,
cool.
hey, let's not put any middle people in between our ownership of what we're creating.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the goal.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so when does this album drop? Just a reminder.
Yeah, album drops October 6th.
Okay.
October
Friday,
6th.
October
October
6th.
6th.
And we should have a trailer for the film October 6th as well.
There you
so
go.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at doing maybe like a listening party or something over at Fire Records.
Oh,
And then
Riddles?
so
Dog.
you better let's
So
do
I
it.
think
Let's do it.
just for
We'll
my
be
folks
there.
here in the AV, you know
We're
what I mean,
gonna be
to come
there.
through and like support and like be there at the beginning to launch of this.
Yeah.
And then I think we might do another like a listening party, live launch party down at my guy Mars studio down in
Okay.
Van Nuys.
Cool.
So,
For sure.
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, man. So that's
sure,
that's the
brother.
future. And then the film, when the film come out, man, I'm definitely I might need some actors. So you know, if you guys are down, to
We in
be
front of the
actors in
camera a
film,
lot.
You know what I mean?
We in front of the camera a lot.
I definitely gonna need some talent, man, and I wanna definitely lean on the community to come out.
when do we audition?
That part, bro. September.
September.
It's September. Yeah.
21st night.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I think it's gonna be the 21st night
Oh, shit.
of September.
I mean, I know an actor too.
Oh,
Right.
that's true.
Oh, we had an
Yeah.
actor here,
Oh,
so
dope.
and local.
Dope.
Yeah.
I'm down to like connect with any local heads, man, and yeah, put the AV on the map in a different way. You know what I mean?
for
Not for
real.
the meth and tumbleweeds and
I know we get too much of
law
that.
enforcement issues.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
but
real,
but
yeah.
to address those type of issues, because once again, if we could solve the problems here in the AV, then we can provide a blueprint to anywhere.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
much.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, pretty much.
So let's start small. Let's start here
Yeah.
in the AV. Like the homeless problem. All right, let's solve this shit.
100.
Yeah.
Is it really that hard?
Is it? I mean, it definitely super hard
Yeah.
when people want to still hold on to their money, right? When Walmart wanted to have all their money, and build another Walmart over here and
How
have
many
all that
Walmarts do you
money.
have? You have a lot of Walmarts here.
You
Too
know
much,
what I mean?
too
You know what I
much.
mean? But
Yeah.
okay, what are you giving to the community to
Palmdale-
fight this homelessness?
Palmdale has 3 Walmarts.
Okay, Target, what are you doing to fight this homelessness? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's little things, and for vanity, they do things, but like let's do something more unified and more, more in the lane that's effective
Yeah.
for what we need for the times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the times require. I mean, y'all see what's going down in Maui. You know what I mean? And the same thing was happening a couple years back with the Amazons. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like it only takes a moment for nature to put everybody's priorities in check.
Oh yeah, we're gonna find out real soon.
You know what I mean? No, it's I mean, you're right. You're right. You know what I mean? It's not like you can hide forever. You can't hide nowhere on the earth.
Cannot.
You know what I mean? So you just got to be prepared to know how to come together and not fall into this Walking Dead type shit. You know
That's
what
the
I
thing
mean?
about us humans. We don't do it until it's too late.
That part.
It's because we're so accustomed to what we're doing right now, until something interrupts and we're like panicking. Shit, people complain
Right.
about the Wi-Fi cutting off for 10 seconds.
10 seconds, bro.
For real,
10
dude.
seconds, bro.
Yeah, so
But you know what? The best of us comes out when
when all that's taken away.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that's just the most high knowing. Like, okay, y'all focus on city girls, huh? Okay. That's y'all focus right now? Gotcha.
yes.
Winter ice storm. All right.
Hurricane Hillary.
Yeah. Tell me about the hot girl summer now. You know what I mean?
Still hot.
You know what I mean? And so, like we have to understand to be able to welcome it. You know what I mean?
Cool.
And understand. I mean, this is why indigenous people danced.
Mm.
Like to the higher powers and like
Make
knew
music.
like, hey, okay, if shit's not working this way, okay, maybe we need to sacrifice something that we gave all our energy and power to.
Cool.
Maybe we got to put it aside. So,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to just us continuing to come together in times of need,
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
Most
100%.
definitely.
What the heck?
Most definitely, bro. We there with you, bro.
Yes, I.
Hell yeah, brother. But I want to try Henny.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. You ain't never tried Hennessy before.
Well, we're
I've never tried it before.
We're Mexican folk here, so we like tequila.
enough. Yeah,
we
That's
tequila-
all we get. We go to Vallarta, get that fucking
We
bottle.
tequila boys over here, but
Yeah.
I want to try Henny.
Do it,
There
do
it
it.
Can anything happen?
Yeah, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Wait, are you gonna do it straight or?
No. I want to drink it the way he's drinking
You know
it.
what? I think you should
I'm gonna do it.
try
straight.
a little bit straight.
Where's a shot glass?
I put it over here.
If you had some ice, that's really
check
the
in
way
there.
I rock.
on those
You
two,
know,
I've seen that.
I think the shot
I've
glasses
seen
Just
are,
on the
are
line?
inside there.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've seen that.
But it was cold enough. It's still hot out here, but it's still delicious.
So you
Okay.
guys never had.
Hennessy.
It's the top two.
two-
Those were the clean
I mean,
ones.
like I said earlier, a long time ago.
You gonna try it too, Anthony?
Yeah, I'll take I'll like sip it slowly because I know that's the way to do it.
Okay. Educate me on this.
You said you're gonna mix it, right?
Is there a certain way to drink it?
I'm nervous.
No, like you can literally. He said, "I'm nervous." You see, you just being racist because it don't.
I just
say-
want to.
just because it don't say Jose on it.
Exactly.
If it said Jose, you'd be like 3 bottles
Yeah,
deep already.
if it was Jose, Jose,
Josie,
Josie.
You know what I mean?
Josie.
Yeah, give me the bottle of Josie, please.
Mind if I disconnect the
Oh
phone?
yeah.
Honestly-
oh, for sure, bro. Yeah.
Honestly, alcohol smells like alcohol.
Yeah,
it really all does, doesn't it?
Yeah, is there?
It all smells similar. Yeah.
Come on, it's got to be. It's the most. I mean, I don't like. I said I drink nothing but tequila.
Hey,
All of it, too.
Your face will say it all right now.
All right,
True.
all right.
Yeah, it'll warm up.
I'll wait for Rams. But yeah,
Delicious though.
no, I thought you said you're gonna drink it straight. I thought he was gonna mix it.
I was saying you got to taste it first.
He wants me
So
to
you know what it tastes
taste
like.
it straight first.
You know what I mean?
Cool,
And then you can throw some apple juice in the mix.
Do I just sip it?
And he was courtesy
can
because
sip it.
he
I
didn't
like to
pour a
sip it.
lot either.
This is
I did it.
This is like half a
no,
shot. No, this is a shot.
I
This is a
appreciate
shot.
So
that.
realistically, you could take, but I want you to taste it.
Yeah, of course.
You got to be a connoisseur. Ready?
He didn't even count it down.
He really didn't. He was just like, more.
Whoa.
Hey,
That's it.
Whoa.
I just want to chill.
It's,
I'm gonna do that video.
Wait, people like sip this?
yeah.
This is strong as fuck.
Oh yeah,
It's strong, bro.
On ice.
Oh, hold on.
You
on
took it
ice
already?
is the
What's
way.
what's the alcohol
Content?
It's gotta be 40.
Like
It's gotta be 40.
12.
Did you get
Nah,
that?
it's gotta be 40.
Nah, bro, that's higher than that, bro.
Tripping,
Did you get that sweetness
it's
at the
40.
end?
It's 40, right?
Yeah,
40,
it's
bro.
40.
40, bro.
No, yeah, hold on.
You didn't get that sweetness at the end?
Yes. Yes. Now I'm barely getting it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Good.
I used to work at Walmart when I drank one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little
The little bottles that they sell at the liquor store?
Little
Damn.
Yeah,
to
little
go
shots.
bottles.
Yeah.
Or pre-club bottles is
Whoa,
what we call
this
them.
is some strong stuff, bro.
Oh yeah, you take that, you drink one of those little
Cognac.
bottles in the car before you go into the club. You be good. You don't got to spend $22.
For real.
That's
That's what I do with the buzz balls. You know, go to Dodger Stadium, get a buzz ball, we get to go. We
good to go.
You're
You want
happy.
want some apple juice in it?
Oh man, yes, it's strong stuff, bro.
Nah, he ain't messing with it.
It's
Man,
strong
he
stuff.
just dipped his tongue in
Yeah.
it. That's good.
Huh.
A little more than that. I need some
That's
flavor.
about it right there, though.
All right,
That's
then.
the you know. And this your first time too?
Yeah, I've never
Crazy.
even got a bottle of Henny before.
There you go.
Thanks, brother.
I gave you maybe a little extra.
Oh, okay.
But you
He likes
good.
me more.
Yay. But then it's smooth. Like on the rocks, I drink 8 of those.
No.
Oh
Now I see
Because it's like juice.
All right.
this is dangerous.
Oh yeah, it's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
It's juice.
Why do you think they get lit, bro?
Yeah, no, this is.
Oh, yeah. Now you'll be chill. I just want to chill.
I just want to chill.
Okay, there we go.
You,
Right?
There we go.
You get lit with
Smooth.
Yeah.
Oh,
you just
yeah,
need a
yeah.
bottle of those. You're having a party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much those bottles cost? Like
Bro, like
$5? They call like
What you mean? Oh, we're talking about the little
the
ones.
little ones.
I thought you were
That's
about to
gotta
say
be like
like
$6.
No, yeah, I know the big ones definitely.
No, at my job, the huge ones, I think it's like $70. or something
No,
like that.
I mean
Yeah.
for like the jumbo
that
size.
giant
the
one.
big
I think
one.
it's like 72 ounces. or
That
something
one
like
was
that.
like
20.
$20
Yeah,
around
it
there.
gotta be
Really?
25.
that
Yeah.
little one was like around $5.
And that's the
Yeah,
small
five,
one. That's the
six,
small
yeah.
one.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, if you mixing it with like that, you'll go through that bottle.
Am I supposed to feel some tingliness on my lips?
Feels so good when
I
it
lost
hits
the
my
feeling
lips.
of my left arm.
is that normal, Mr. Dose?
Yeah,
Mr.
man.
Dose.
Yeah. What did you do to me?
Wait, we didn't talk about why'd you come up with the name Mr. Dose?
Well, so
Oh yeah.
so my last name is Doja.
Okay.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
That's it.
Doja Cat.
That's it.
Well,
That's it. So I my family name like Holland Doja and Holland. If you know about Motown, my grandfather's cousin was Lamont Dozier, and so he was a part of Motown's creation.
Really?
And so-
What the hell?
wow.
So yeah,
Got
so
royalty here.
and then
Yeah.
my middle initial is R, and my first name is starts with an M, and so MR is Mr.
Mister.
DOZ. So
Ah.
or Dose, because Doja is my name. So you know what I mean. I don't really
Clever.
I don't get too sensitive with it, but for
I dig
me, it was the most effective way for me to still remain myself.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that's really clever. I love that.
yeah.
That was really dope.
Yeah.
Because I think Ramsey has a similar effect, right? You go with like similar to your name.
Yeah, because my name is Ramon,
You're right.
but then
Which is crazy, bro. Which is crazy because my middle name is Ramon.
Wait, what?
what?
Yeah, crazy.
No, wait, your middle name is Ramon?
Ramon, fool.
Whoa. Hey, I don't know many Ramones.
Nah, period.
What?
Right?
Period.
That's crazy. Well, that's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Man,
Yeah.
our family has like 3.
No,
Oh, yeah, of
other than
course.
our family.
Yeah,
other than
he's
our
outside because everybody's
No, I'm
named
talking-
after Uncle.
Yeah,
Ramon the
exactly.
third.
I was named after my grandpa.
Right.
Ah,
There it
Yeah.
Okay,
is.
so-
So we're talking outside of family, though.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. What?
Right.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah,
But
there we go.
hey,
Two Ramones.
in Hispanic, my tocayo.
Hey,
That's what that's called.
hold
When we
on
have
there.
similar names.
Similar
Yeah.
tocayo.
Yeah, my tocayo.
I fucks
true.
with it.
Tocayo.
I fucks with
Yeah,
it.
bro.
Tocayo, yeah.
Tocayo?
Tocayo, my
Yeah, so when you
tocayo.
have like two Jose's, my tocayo.
Yeah. Yeah, when you meet another person with the same name like that, like,
Yeah.
yo, my tocayo. What's
Yeah,
up?
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly,
What's
bro,
up?
I never really met another Hispanic
Name Isaiah?
named Isaiah.
No, not Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Yeah, I know an Isaiah, but not an Isaiah.
Isaias is a Spanish. though.
It's
It's,
'cause his-
it's spelled Spanish.
Interesting.
So technically, like, if you were to spell my name in English, it's Isaiah.
Isaiah. Yeah.
Got
Exactly.
it. No, that's
Exactly.
dope. Yeah, names are important too, man. Like,
To be different, no?
you know, I mean, they just kind of shape. I feel
Yeah.
like our outlook of the world and how the world sees us through our name.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know, so it gives you a very unique, you know, outlook. You know,
Yeah.
based on your name. Like I couldn't imagine being named, you know, Bob
What's wrong with Bob?
or Al.
Al? What's wrong with Al?
I just
Bill.
I don't know how. I feel like my taxes would be handled, but I don't know if I could dance.
What do you mean?
I just don't know.
Francis.
I don't know.
Francis?
I don't know. Francis. I mean Geraldine.
Theodore.
Like, Bartholomew. Bro.
I'm judging.
Jeff with a G. Bro, like I just
Yeah, they're,
like this G off.
yeah, that's Gio.
Oh, Jeff. Like I just
What an unfortunate name.
all the Jeffs right now is like fuck all you guys.
That's crazy.
Damn, bro. Well, okay. Well, I wanted to ask you, do you think, well, we kind of did touch on it, but I want to like rephrase it and be more direct with it. Do you think, Mr. Doz, the AV's on the come up
Musically.
in any
Just-
genre?
General,
oh,
yeah.
generally.
Yeah,
Cool. Let's hear
generally.
it. Nah.
We do.
If you ask me, I think so.
You know what? Going into this like whole media sphere that we're doing right now, I do notice a lot of artists, a lot of entrepreneurship, a lot of stuff. Like I'm like, damn, I didn't know it was that popping. I'm
Right.
honest.
Yeah.
Doing like Black and Gold. Like, did you notice, or like, did you ever have a feeling of this, or like, was this the first time you ever seen so many artists or companies?
Man, that's a great question. So, like I said, my family moved out here in like '95, and so you know, I saw the influx of more and more people into LA, or, you know, from LA,
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
from everywhere
We
out
migrate.
here.
Yeah, yep.
Right.
Like for the longest, I didn't realize that there were actually people who were like born and raised out here from like the '70s and '80s, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are they out here,
Yeah.
you know. And so seeing that growth up until me finishing high school in '02, up to, you know, me starting my family, you know what I mean? The come up is absolute. And it's I mean, humans go everywhere. I don't know. I mean, people live in Cal City, bro. You know, Ridgecrest, bro.
No, we know people.
Ridgecrest,
You know what I mean?
We
People
know
live there.
We know
you
people
what I mean?
from out here that moved down there. Of course.
Yeah,
Of course,
so it's like LA is so compacted. There's so many people in LA.
saturated.
It's oversaturated.
Yeah,
And-
over.
You know what I mean? And so to me, the real opportunity, and even the way, like I said, the way global warming's going with the coastline, shit's gonna start falling off into the ocean. And the only real estate is up in these deserts, right? Up in these
High
areas,
desert.
the high desert for sure.
Yeah.
So with 500,000 people, and it wasn't 500,000 people when we first moved out here.
Definitely not.
It was probably maybe 270, right? And
Really?
so, yeah. So, like for a good long while, the AV was like the fastest growing area in, I want to say the country, if not for sure California.
For sure,
Yeah,
California.
With like, you know, influx of people, population.
Yeah.
I think over the last couple of years, because people have been leaving California, it's different. But, you know, I think in that time span, businesses, I've been blessed to work for some very unique entrepreneurs who started businesses that became national corporations and big organizations and things out here.
Yeah.
To where I feel like when I say this is like a microcosm of everywhere, it really is. Like I've seen people go from 0 to Incorporated 500. You know what I mean? Which is a big magazine, you know, for business. And then creatively, you know what I mean? Like Afro Man was my inspiration growing up. You know what I mean? Just knowing that somebody was out here named Afro Man.
He made it.
Who made it, you know what I mean? Whether
Everybody
it was 15,
knows.
25 minutes, like he's a legend.
Everybody
you know
knows
what I
him
mean?
in the music industry, you know?
For good or worse. And so that opportunity, you know, just seeing in him, and I think in the last 10 years, I've been wanting more, and I'm starting to see more because more people are moving out here. And so that creative talent, the ingenuity, it's always been here. But once you get competition, you know, people like hate competition, but it's the best thing.
100.
You know what I
love
mean?
competition.
Oh, bro, it's
I
like
love it.
and iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you got somebody who's doing better than you, like you aspire to do better.
Yeah.
You don't get stuck
or
in
get close to them
close
and pick
to
their
them.
brain.
Absolutely, and learn and grow, and like that's how community's born. Like that's how hip hop was born. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like, yeah, I got the rap and you got the flow. You know what I mean? And then somebody's like, hey, you know what I mean? No, that ain't. I'm better than that. You know what I mean? But like that's how excellence came out of us.
Right.
And it was black and brown people. You know what I mean? Whether they was B-boys, whether they was taggers, whether they was DJs, whether they was MCs. Like,
elements.
you know what I mean? And that was our vehicle. And unfortunately got co-opted by crony capitalism. And it's changed everything.
Sure.
It's changed everything about the essence of us as a people and how we commune.
It's not
You know what I
natural.
mean?
It's not natural
Oh,
anymore.
it's a whole different thing. You know, it's all for money and for show. And it's like not for let's have fun and let's build out of the dirt. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Or out of the earth.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing right now.
Tomato.
You know what I mean?
It's fine.
It's Earth, man.
Yeah, so I just love it. I love seeing the dope talents, man, and the youth. Like I'm gonna be 40 next year.
Oh, damn.
And so you know what I mean. But seeing like young heads like y'all, you know what I mean, or you know your 20-year-olds, your 30-year-olds who also have that passion and that ingenuity and that and motherfuckers is hungry. You know what I mean? And so I can
see it.
appreciate the hunger. It's all about us coming together and communicating and growing together
100.
so that people don't get desperate and hungry. Because when people are desperate and hungry, make stupid decisions.
Right.
And we can't build off of stupid decisions.
Yeah.
So,
Can't be rational.
yeah.
I get it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Damn.
That's what's up.
Okay, album dropping soon. Or in
Yes,
October.
I-
Music, like any other music projects, collaborations, or nothing. Just chilling by yourself.
yeah, no, man. I
You know what? Hearing this, I think I got a beat.
you
for
got a
you,
beat?
for
Let's
you.
go.
Not
Let's
right now.
go.
Not right now. Like
He was
on
like,
this shit. Yeah, I think I have
You going to beatbox for us?
something.
Right.
Something called out of me. I was like, you
Okay.
know what? I have something I've never
I
like.
fucks with it.
Oh, in your vote.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, well, we'll keep in touch.
I'm down. No, like, just to speak on that, like, there's some local brothers that I've been building with for a good while. You know, the brother Devious, who's been with KY's, you know, doing the Voodoo Vinyl on the Boulevard.
Oh,
They've been
okay.
doing, like,
I go
music,
there I
you know
go
what
there
I
a
mean?
lot,
You know what I
actually.
mean?
Yeah.
And, like, supporting the culture. You know, them just pulling out some 45s and spinning. And, you know what I mean? Like,
Cool.
like they're amazing producers. They're amazing musicians. There's so many already here. So I definitely, after I, you know, finish dropping this project and the film and making this kind of a cohesive thing to where people, you know, look here, like I'm definitely gonna put out part 2, you know, volume 2
dang.
of Sweet Doja, and that's gonna be different. You know what I mean? And there'll be some other projects, and I want to work with the local heads because there's so many dope local talents. It's like there's no excuse. Why would you need to go anywhere else?
There you go.
So,
Yeah. Of course. Beautiful.
Yeah,
man.
We need to be more in tap with the locals. We, you know what? LA, they got their guys. You know.
They got theirs.
Yeah.
We got ours.
Right.
You know?
Really, I mean, really, 500,000 people, bro. When you do the math on that,
It's got to be at least 2 spitters. At the very least.
You know what I mean? And they working at Walmart right now. You know?
And they got the sickest shit on their
You know
iPhone
what I
right
mean?
now.
At Winko, you know,
Sitting on beats.
late night, bro. Just sitting on beats, bro.
Sitting,
Some people got shit that's already recorded that's fire, and they just don't know what to do.
I'm
with
one
it.
of them.
You know what I mean? They don't know what to do with it. They're just like, I got it. You know?
For real.
So I'm looking forward to more spaces being opened up for Black and brown people. People don't realize like our Lancaster Boulevard is a historic cultural arts district.
Say what?
It's a cultural arts district. And so if you look it up, Google cultural arts
I need to
district,
Google that.
there's specific designations in California of areas that are cultural art districts.
Oh.
And you have to pretty much tick off a few boxes to be classified as a cultural arts district. And those cultural arts districts are supposed to be host for all type of cultural events from the community.
I believe that.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so if we have one here in the AV, there's no excuse why it should be difficult for artists or creators to go to the park and do a live performance in the park for the people. You know what I mean?
And there's a park right there,
There's
too.
plenty. You know what I mean? And so there's no reason why it should be difficult for people to be able to come together and build together in a community where we want unity and where we want cooperation. We want I see some proposals in the coming future. Definitely looking at legislators and people who are going to be running to get elected to stand by that. You know what I mean? To say, you know what, we absolutely need to open up transparent places. Transparent places. You know what I mean?
That's the Henny talking.
You know what I mean? True story.
Henny.
You know what I mean? But in the parks, if that's the only venue that we got to where we can assemble and there's not an issue, then okay, let the parks be it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And let's do some dope things in the park. Let's do fundraisers in the park. Let's figure out a plan of attack for the homeless problem in the park. Let's, you know what I mean? Like, why all the talk about it, like, or being on the boards on the AV Scanners group and people taking pictures, or feeling some kind of way about Karen Bass sending homeless people to the AV. Like, what are you doing about it? What are we gonna do about
Let's
it?
do something about
If the people are coming, okay, they're coming, and not only are they coming, but the way interest rates work and COVID work and people's being able to afford their mortgages and rents work is more people are going to be homeless by the end of this decade, you know what I mean, than there are right now.
Exactly.
True.
So then what are we going to do to mitigate that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We can see the problem coming for sure.
So,
100.
yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, bro, I don't know how not to go.
We started talking about music, bro.
You know what I mean? but for me, the music has always been about social change.
Let's do it.
You know, 'cause
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it is. You gotta put a positive.
A 100.
Yeah.
The OGs that I listen to, that inspired me, the Nina Simone's, right? The Donny Hathaways or the Marvin Gayes, the Curtis Mayfields. If you listen to the music and what they was talking about, they were talking about the issues of the time. They were talking about like, yo, why is it this way? You know what I mean? Instead of ignoring it and making a make-believe place that doesn't actually exist, where you got your Beamer and you know what I mean, you're sipping on your Henny,
Mississippi,
and there's no problems in the world. You know what I mean? Like, god damn.
No, they've always been talking about that. 100.
Hey, I drive a Beamer and I sipped on Henny right now. So
You
talking about me, bro?
I feel attacked right now.
Exactly talking about you.
Nah, man, it's there's a place for everything. I just think I love to see growth in this community because I've been here for so long. And also because I come from Detroit, right?
You do?
Yeah. I'm a Detroit transplant. So
wow.
When we moved to California, me and my mom, when I was like two or three.
Oh.
And then I would go back every summer, you know what I mean?
Of course.
Because all my family's there, my dad and grandparents and all that jazz.
Damn.
So but knowing the history of Detroit, the Motor City, right? That was once thriving, just like the AV's thriving with aeronautics, right? It only takes those industries to leave a city in despair.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
And so coming from that, you know what I mean, and moving here and seeing the parallels, being like, oh, this is like Detroit in the 50s, you know what I mean, or the 60s, 70s, you know what I mean, when the automotive industry was everybody's employed, everybody good. You know what I mean?
It's booming.
It's booming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But shit can turn real quick, and when you don't have community and you don't have infrastructure and you don't have solutions for the problems that are generated by, you know, matters of the world, right? Or, you know, the complicated things of the world that force us into these situations of homelessness or, you know, just iniquities, you know what I mean? Or you know, man, it's definitely the heady shit.
I'm like, he just be talking, and I'm be like,
All
what?
the time,
And
bro.
I'll just be nodding my
All
head.
the
I'm
time,
like,
bro. And you
I'm
said-
in, though.
and if you
I'm
would've
invested.
Said, if you would have said, what'd you say? I'd be like, I don't know. I
But you got me invested, though.
no, I fuck with it.
You
This
got
is
me
100. AV's on the come up, and
it definitely
we're
is,
slowly progressing musically, you know, whatever, you know, business wise.
Yeah.
We're becoming like those like LA.
Yep.
Motherfucker, we're probably better than them already.
I mean, man.
It's a sleeping giant.
That's the perfect word
That's
for
the
it.
yeah.
That's the perfect word. This valley is a sleeping giant.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
bro.
I mean, what do y'all think, man? What do y'all think the next 20 years? Not even 20 years. What's the next 10 years
Navy,
of the AV look like to y'all?
the bigger mall.
I was thinking another mall.
Oh damn, that would be
I was
Lancaster.
thinking another mall.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, I was definitely thinking another mall.
Or, I mean, if I was
2 stories.
oh
Man,
yeah,
Indoor outdoor mall type
Yeah.
situation.
Hell yeah.
That'd be
I've
something
heard
fresh.
talks about the airport actually being
okay.
Open. It was open for a second.
Yeah, it
I
was.
flew out of there once.
Did you?
Yeah.
What the?
It was. Yep.
Yeah.
We old heads over here. We know.
Old heads.
I
bro.
don't
Yeah. No, you was still Pokemoning it.
I mean,
Probably.
it's off of like what Avenue I know, like getting off the freeway. There's
can see it.
There's a sign that says airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would enter it from P.
You could see the planes land.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've heard talks that Avenue P,
it's
in within I don't know when, but there's plans about changing that whole street into like a whole entrance for that airport,
For the airport.
and being domestic.
Right.
That'd be sick. No more,
Yeah.
no more.
Having an
What's it called?
airport
Burbank.
out here?
No more
Yeah,
Burbank.
No more Burbank, no more
Burbank.
LAX.
Yeah.
I'd be
all
down for
that.
No, I flew
That'd be sick.
from Palmdale
What?
to Oakland.
I'm telling y'all,
Take
bro.
a flight from Palm.
Bro.
I'm telling y'all, we have an
I felt
airport here.
so bougie. I was like, came in with my suitcase, bro. I'd like to check it in, please.
He's going from LAX.
Yeah.
No, he's coming from Palmdale.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I've never heard
bro.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so when was the last time that thing was open or whatever?
When I flew that had to be 2009 or
No,
what?
I don't
Maybe
know.
2010,
I was in
Yep.
high school, bro. I don't know.
somewhere around there, bro. Yep.
Yep.
I had to go out. I was doing photography at the time. I had to fly out for a job. And it
Yep.
was like, where you want to fly out of? You can do it out of Palmdale. I was like, Palmdale?
That's
All
down
right,
the street.
Let's go. Yeah, I don't got to worry about the parking.
You took a fucking Spirit out of.
Yeah, it wasn't Spirit. Spirit wasn't even around at the time, so I felt safe, bro.
Southwest,
I felt safe.
Southwest.
Southwest Airlines.
Yeah, I think it was Southwest or something random.
Funny, dude.
Delta.
Yeah.
Ain't no Delta though.
AV,
Yeah.
dude.
Wow.
But you know what happened is they had to close it down because the infrastructure of the AV wasn't ready.
Yeah.
The streets, the congestion,
Yep.
the amount of hotels wasn't adequate. So that's
Now
why
it
they-
is.
Now it is.
Now it
That's
is.
why
Yeah.
there's talks. I've heard talks that they're talks of bringing it back.
Right.
Hey, that's not
Well,
bad.
If you think about the parallels of that and the Antelope Valley Fair getting that grant, or they got like
Yeah.
I want to say $50 million to
Sheesh.
expand. So like I feel there's gonna be some major development. That's why the freeway is all crazy right
Oh
now.
yeah,
that's
is that
right.
Because they're trying to expand the freeway just the same.
I'm telling y'all, man.
We
needed
on
to-
the
wait.
come up.
I'm telling y'all.
Wait, the 14 freeway needed expanding. Wasn't
Yeah.
that big already?
It was pretty big, I thought. But yeah.
maybe towards Rosemont, maybe like a
Yeah, at least
3
more-
lanes?
more
It
lanes
narrows
over
down
there.
a little
L.
bit over there.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's between like L and I where they're trying to like open it up a little bit.
why?
Yeah.
It was already
Yeah.
big. There
Well,
was
'cause
no
I think,
traffic.
I think it's the fairgrounds.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think they're planning for the fairgrounds to be like a hub where they do
that's
big shit.
crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Drake be performing in their shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Gabriel Iglesias came through.
You know
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean?
Came out
he
here.
did.
For
So-
sure. Hey, they had Brian McKnight out here, bro. What you talking
Oh,
about?
yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know?
Damn.
I'm
He
telling
said
y'all,
Brian
bro.
who?
Yeah, I was about to lightly
bro.
pronounce like I don't know.
I I don't know who that is.
You know what?
Yeah. So definitely on the come up, bro. I think it's just the infrastructure shit, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we dated.
And once again, 50 years from now, we're gonna be San Fernando Valley. So we're gonna have a Burbank airport.
But with the airport.
You know what I mean? I mean, you got Burbank. You know what I mean? Kind of in that same. And
true.
you think how big it is, man. From Lake, I don't know if y'all go to Lake LA like that, but like between
Blossom.
Lake LA and Roseman, and
It's big, dude.
it's huge.
Oh yeah.
Huge.
Oh yeah.
You think all that is AV?
Yeah, it is
It's all
AV.
the AV.
All of that.
I'm
Yeah,
100%
it
sure.
is.
That was like
Oh, yeah.
the front and end, bro, right there.
Yeah. So technically, the most northern part of LA County is Lancaster.
Right.
Lancaster as a city has more mass. It has like 8 times the
It's
mass
huge.
of Palmdale. Palmdale's tiny technically.
But
Yeah.
I think Palmdale has bigger population, right?
Palmdale has a bigger population. Lancaster has more room for growth,
And it's still growing, dog.
and it's still growing.
You
And
see the Cortail, Barrel Springs. I don't know the little areas. There's a bunch,
yeah,
bro.
Antelope Acres, Del Sur, all the way up to like
Avenue G and shit, bro. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Eventually, there'll
Nah,
be.
there's a whole neighborhood out there, bro.
What about
Yeah.
like Quartz Hill too?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
Quartz
saying.
Hill is like more in the city.
Lancaster.
Once you go to like 90th West,
Yeah.
and then you got like you said from Avenue I all the way to Avenue A,
Yeah.
is still LA County.
What?
Okay.
And there's
Once you get to LA
there's nothing
County,
there.
on the other side of LA County is all Kern County.
which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
right.
exactly.
But we
Oh,
count
that's
that
right.
all as the AV because people in Rosemont is AV.
Right.
Technically, people count Tehachapi and Cal City as AV.
What about like Santa Clarita and all that?
Santa Clarita is technically down Santa Clarita Valley.
Right.
So
okay.
it, you
They
know,
just use the same area code.
right. But you know,
Yeah,
we,
they do.
I think we suck up. We definitely suck up like Acton.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And,
Vasquez.
Back
Vasquez.
then.
And what's those other?
Agua
There's,
Dulce.
there's Agua Dulce. What's the is
San
it
Canyon
Lake,
Road.
Lake Elizabeth?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Lake Elizabeth.
That's right there.
West side.
Leona
That's us.
Valley, right?
Yeah.
Leona, yeah.
All that's to me. All that's the AV.
That is the AV.
It's all that's the bottom of the AV, and the top of the AV is Roseman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
technically, we adopt Cal City, even though they way out there.
They're
bro.
way the fuck out there.
Way out there.
But we said, okay, come here.
They're way the
come
fuck
here,
out.
y'all.
We
Because
see you, bro.
if we don't take y'all just a part of Death Valley, and that don't feel right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't take it, nobody would.
Exactly. Damn, it's pretty big. Now that I think of it, holy damn.
Yeah, and all that growth, all that
Right,
potential
right,
growth over time. So, you know, I think the opportunities for Black and brown people to buy more land, to start thinking in that lane is going to be important. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Beautiful.
For sure.
All right.
Man,
Whoa.
did we cover everything? Did we go
I
deep
think
enough?
we did, bro. I think we did.
See what that Henny
Check
do?
it right.
He said, I just want to chill.
I just want to chill. Yeah. That Henny did get it kind of hit me.
I forgot I drank
yeah.
it.
It's
It's so
strong.
smooth.
It's
with
smooth.
the apple.
With the
The apple
juice.
made a difference.
The
The apple juice.
There's a, LMA, or no, somebody got a song called Henny and Apple Juice. The Henny and Apple Juice. It's a good song. And it worked.
All right. Cool.
Whoa. But well. As I always do before we end this, I always ask everyone, like, I got anything else you want to get off your chest? You know, anything y'all want to say to me? No.
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Oh,
All right, for sure. Thank you once again.
Man, thank y'all for just being so consistent. This is number 48, number 49.
48.
Something like that.
That's crazy, bro.
Lost
so
count.
y'all almost halfway to 100.
Yeah, we've been at this
Yeah,
for
yeah.
over a year now.
That's dope, man.
Over a
That's
year
dope.
now.
Consistency is everything.
Oh yeah,
Consistency
We
is
noticed.
Everything, bro.
Yeah.
So just keep up the good work, bro. And yeah, I love to come back after the album drops and the film.
Dang.
And,
Oh hell yeah,
we
bro!
can talk.
Gotta talk about
more
that.
all that.
Yeah,
And I got to get you guys out. Beyond the acting, I need to get you out in the streets, man. We need to do some things for the
Oh,
community.
hell
I'm
yeah,
telling you,
bro.
I think I got something you might like.
Let's do it. Let's go.
it's connect, bro.
Yeah.
Keep it close.
100,
Keep it close.
100,
Hell
yeah,
yeah,
Sure,
bro.
man. Well, I
Hey.
appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Hell yeah, thank you for
yeah,
coming,
anytime,
bro.
man.
You know, I had to bring. You know, I
Man.
prior meeting up. You know, I did text him like, hey, what is your preferred drink? You know,
Okay,
like
cool.
because I want to get him something. You know. Yeah, bro. Then
Straight up, Henny.
He straight up told me. All right.
No tequila, bro.
Say less.
Is it no tequila, bro? Yeah.
You got Ramon in your name, bro. Come on now.
Yeah. No, Jose lied to me all the time, bro. I don't trust Jose. Jose, he lied, bro. He'll have me doing some wild shit.
For real.
I'll be like, but Jose,
Jose, dog.
He's like, nah, bro, you gotta walk home.
All right then. So well. This has been yet another episode of Shade of Brown podcast. Once again, shout out to Mr. Doz.
Yeah. Hey, where can they find you?
Man, Mr. Doz, the Mr. Doz everywhere. So,
All right.
IG, Facebook, anywhere. You can just look up Doz.
There you go.
And keep a lookout on this music too.
Yeah,
Dropping
it's coming.
soon. Dropping
It's coming.
soon. Real
Let's
soon.
do it.
And download the app.
Yeah, download Black and Gold, especially if you're local.
100%.
Especially if you want to know anything that goes around here as far as local businesses or events. Go on Black and Gold.
Yeah.
But
You'll
it's
find
not-
information there.
It's not spelled like specifically black.
We'll have it.
gold.
We'll have it.
Yeah,
We'll put it in there.
We took out the European vowel, so it is BLKNGLD
There you go.
.app because you got to do the app.
Right.
But,
All right.
appreciate y'all, brother.
And not to mention, we're also in the app too, our podcast. So
Oh,
a
yeah.
beautiful
y'all.
thing, that we're trying. It's an AV thing we're trying to do around here. It is.
I say 661.
661. Yep.
There you go.
Yep. I saw
Let's
that.
go.
Yeah.
No Burbank. Oh, no, Bakersfield.
Yeah, we'll do Bakersfield. We can
Okay.
squeeze them in. We can squeeze them in.
We can squeeze them in.
Come in here, Bakersfield.
Cool.
But like I said, those who watch in the beautiful world of YouTube to get to see our beautiful faces.
Cool.
And to our listeners out in what platforms this is?
Oh, I thought you were gonna continue with
That
it.
was how it's going.
I was like,
I
hey,
thought you had
interrupt-
it.
I laid it up to him, a little layup. Yeah.
check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And also look us
sir.
up on our social platforms: TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. Look us up under Shade of Brown Pod.
Wow.
Shade of Brown Pod.
There you go.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Catch us on the next episode. Shades of Brown.
Podcast.